Hey everybody, it's Atheist for the Cause, and I wanted to do a video on progressive media, at least with a couple of websites. So, first of all, you have the Young Turks, and there's been a lot of coverage of it, so I'm not going to do a big thing on the Young Turks, but basically, they're they seem to be failing financially because they've had to accept big donor money, which an independent progressive media never wants to go that route because you can't go back. It alienates a lot of your base that wants to stay away from big money donations, and then they did like three different big drives, and they did a big donation drive to hire a bunch of progressive reporters, and then they fired them like not long after, and then they did another drive, and they were trying to they were trying to get to like 100,000 subscribers, new subscribers, and then they had to drop the goal down to 40,000 because you know, uh, they were getting subscribers so slowly that they knew they'd never get to 100,000. And they were even failing to get to 40,000. So they are in big trouble financially. And Cheng's made a lot of comments here and there. If you watch them regularly enough, you'll see him too, where um, he'll talk about like other people who are starting up websites and things like that, and talk about how $1 million isn't enough or whatever the finances are, and it kind of shows that money is always on his mind, and he looks like a guy who's worried about the future of his own show as well. So some people have actually pondered whether he would sell his site, and I think that he definitely would, but who would buy it? That's the question. Anyways, my video mostly is going to concentrate on Mother Jones here. So right now, I wish I would have done this video a couple days ago because I had a calculator or a thermometer thing that said how much money they needed, and they needed 119,000 just a couple days ago. And what do you know? A generous Mother Jones donor was so inspired by a reader's response, they offered up a $50,000 matching gift to help us get or across the finish line. Your tax-deductible year-end donation will be doubled. How convenient. You want to know why? Because they weren't going to reach their goal. Mother Jones, highly progressive website, and progressive media outlets are just failing. Um, let's see if I click politics just to show you what kind of media outlet they are really if you don't read them regularly. So the president have done another typo. John Kelly doesn't want to talk about all the things he helped Trump do. Top U.S. general calls Trump immoral and dishonest. Here are all the ways Trump tried to shut down science this year. Oh, there's a good feminist one last time I looked. Um, we've got another essential song for your feminist rage playlist from October 5th. I mean, doesn't that just sum up progressive media? Anyways, that's what I wanted to show you is just that we know the Young Turks accepted $20 million in big donation money. And now Mother Jones is also accepting, I mean, 50,000 isn't like as big as millions, but they're still getting big donor money. And so none of these progressive websites, media websites, are actually, independent. They're not, they're not really, they put out progressive information, but they don't follow typical progressive core values. They speak them, but they don't actually act like them. So, um, yeah, and that's why. you see a lot of times they'll go along with like pushing Hillary Clinton for president or something, when really, I mean, I would argue Trump is more progressive than Hillary Clinton was. Like, Trump is more, obviously, he's not a progressive, but Trump follows the core values of progressives more than Hillary Clinton does, because Hillary Clinton was a warmonger. I wouldn't call him isolationist, but he's non-interventionist. He wants to stay out of wars. He's getting us out of Syria. He's getting us out of Afghanistan. He's getting us out of Iraq. He's trying to bring peace to Korea, and he's done a good job there. He's destroyed the TPP. He's gotten us. You could make an argument about the Paris Climate Accord, but in general, progressives don't like global trade deals. But maybe the Paris Climate Accord's a little different, depending on what progressive you are, because that is about the environment, which you know that's where Trump does fail the progressives, is with the environment. But um, overall, I think Trump's done a lot of good stuff. Prison reform, that's not a thing that progressives should be happy about. So, um, and when you get this big donor money, they're forced, a lot of those big donors, they're liberals, they're not progressives. And Hillary Clinton is more of a liberal, so they have to push these liberal candidates that they're at war with. So, anyways, I just wanted to show that a lot of people talk about the Young Turks. Not many people talk about, Mother Jones or other progressive outlets. So I think we should be talking more about these other progressive outlets and more about progressive media and in general, and what that means for the progressive movement, and how that really shows the progressive movement is not as healthy as people think it is. Because, you know, sure, the the progressives are loud, but they're not financially sound, and they don't have the numbers. Anyways, have a good one, guys.